Hey everybody, how's it going? B Temple back again. And today we've got ourselves a 10 bag MRE. We've moved ahead about 10 years in time from the last review I did, which was a brown bag meal flight feeding individual, to this, a meal ready to eat individual in the newer, for the time, tan pouch. They made that switch over in 1995. I believe, or was it 1996? It's either 1995 or 96. And this is menu number 6, Frankfurters beef, otherwise known as the Four Fingers of Death in some of the older brown bag MREs. This menu went away for a little while, in near the end of what we'll call the brown bags, and then was brought back when they made the switch back to, switch to tan pouching, but it only lasted for a couple of years. And then it disappeared, and I believe it was replaced by Oriental Chicken or something along those lines. So this is, I believe, either from 1996 or 1997. It's not easy to tell from the outside what it is, but we should be able to, I guess, get some sort of understanding of the date codes on some of the internal components. So yeah, let's open this up and have a look, and we'll eventually try out our Four Fingers of Death and see if they're actually as bad as they usually look to be. So we've got our first component here. We've got beef Frankfurters, and this is your Five Fingers of Death, and or Four Fingers of Death. I'm not 100% sure how many sticks are going to be in here. We got ourselves a date code of 6157, so that's the 157th day of 1996, so it did fit right in there where I thought it would be. For dessert, we've got a pouch of pineapple tidbits, I guess. Because we've still got the, maybe some stock left over from the old brown bag MREs, we've got a potato sticks with the brown packaging. And a crackers as well with the brown packaging. Got ourselves a very old FRH, flameless ration heater. I doubt very highly this will actually work, so I'll probably just boil some water to stick the pouch in just to heat those up. And oddly enough, we didn't get a cocoa beverage powder, but we did get 2 beverage-based powders, and they're both grape. Got a pouch of peanut butter with the old brown packaging. Got ourselves a slightly deformed packet of Charms. As you can see, get that to focus a bit better. So yeah, these have seen a little bit of heat stress at some point in its life. MRE spoon, and our accessory packet. So I don't know why they would do it this way, but you get a lemon iced tea drink mix, but they still give you a cream substitute, dry non-dairy. I have no idea what you would put that in for here, but I guess it's something they just assume you'll probably just stick in your pack, I guess, for later. We got some salt, some toilet paper, and a moist towelette. A glass bottle of Tabasco, some green spearmint gum, and a pack of matches with white tips. And there we have it. This is everything that we've got in our menu number 6, beef Frankfurters from 1996. And looks like a fairly, actually, comprehensive kind of menu. So yeah, we'll get some drinks mixed up. And I guess I'll do the beverage-based powder and the iced tea, seeing it's there. And we'll heat up our beef Frankfurters, and we'll give everything a try. Alright everyone, so we got everything laid out here now. This is our Four Fingers of Death, so it literally is what, it seems to be, 4 small hot dogs. Got our peanut butter and our grape drink. Got our pineapple tidbits, which have certainly oxidized over time. We've got our crackers, our potato sticks. I tried to open up the pack of Charms, but everything has fused together inside, including the, I guess, the wax paper wrapping around everything. And yeah, it does not want to come apart, and I don't really want to have to just massacre the entire thing, so we'll just know that I guess we're not going to be trying any Charms today. And then last, we've got our iced tea. So yeah, this doesn't look too bad, I suppose. I mean, hot dogs aren't the greatest thing in the world to start with, so, it is what it is. It doesn't smell too bad. They don't look too bad. But let's try to be a little brave. There's a little cross section. We can get that to focus. Doesn't want to. There we go. So yeah, here's our beef Frankfurter, or Four Fingers of Death. You know, it's not that bad. Not to say I'm going to want to go back and try any more, but yeah, it's got a very Slim Jim kind of flavor to it. It doesn't taste exactly quite like a hot dog does. It's got some that sort of liquid smoke, artificial smoke flavor kind of thing added to it. But you know, it actually isn't that bad. There's just there's just something about it. I don't really feel like going back and trying a whole lot more. But let's chase it with, I guess, what their facsimile of French fries is supposed to be. But some of these potato sticks, these are very similar, I guess, in a plain way to what we still have here in Canada called hickory sticks. But let's give a few of these a try. And yeah, those actually aren't too bad at all. I mean, it really just sort of tastes like you're eating old plain potato chips. They're actually not, surprisingly, not overly salted. But yeah, they just taste like sort of older, slightly gone off, like slightly stale potato chips, which, you know, I guess isn't too horrible of a thing. Let's give some of our crackers a try. By this time, crackers don't have salt on them anymore, but these ones seem to be in pretty good shape, so let's try them plain first, and then we'll try some peanut butter. And yeah, those are perfectly fine. Just, you know, plain, what's the best word to use? Bland, incredibly bland crackers, but we'll give a go with some peanut butter on this piece. The peanut butter seems perfectly fine. It didn't actually need a whole lot of kneading. And let's give this a go. It's funny, old peanut butter is always a little off-putting in the sense that, like, this is 26-year-old peanut butter, and you would not be able to convince me if you had like a blind taste test of a bit of this on a spoon and a bit from a jar you just bought at the grocery store on a spoon. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It is exactly the same as it was when it was put in that package, which, yeah, it's kind of amazing actually from a food science kind of standpoint. But yeah, let's cleanse the palate a little bit and try out our lemon iced tea mix first. And yeah, iced tea mix is always great, as long as it's not like compromised by too much moisture getting in or something and it's like really clumped up. As long as the powder's nice and fine, yeah, there's never anything wrong with that. Now, let's see what these pineapple tidbits are all about. Yeah, they're really oxidized. But let's just give one piece a try and see if they've hopefully like not fermented or whatever, but they don't smell the greatest. Oh, those are horribly bitter and sour. Yeah, they're not good. Let's wash that out with some of this grape beverage base powder. And this is from a time when the grape beverage powder actually looked like, you know, grape drink, as it were, as opposed to some of the newer iterations, which have more of like a blue kind of tinge to it. Like this actually does look like dark purple, and this is absolutely delicious. You wouldn't be able to tell that this was much like the iced tea, you know, 26 years old. So yeah, a few high points in this particular ration, and as usually would happen with something that's, you know, over 25 years old, a few low points. But if I was feeling perhaps a little bit braver, maybe I would have a little bit more of the Four Fingers of Death. But I tell you, the experience wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be based on some of the reviews that I've seen over the years of people trying out the beef Frankfurters menus. But primarily, those are usually brown bags. I haven't actually seen too many reviews of the tan pouch version of this particular, I guess, MRE menu. But yeah, I mean, crackers were fine, peanut butter was fine, potato sticks were fine, the drinks were fine. I mean, you know, obviously some heat's seen this at some point for the fruit to oxidize as bad as it has, and for the charms to be in the state that they're in. You know, you can actually take them and squeeze them. So, you know, they are compromised. They have turned to, you know, hard jelly, basically. But that's it. Not a whole lot left to say. This has been a review of menu number 6, beef Frankfurters from 1996, United States MRE. And yeah, it was great to get back and get another review done. And I'm looking forward to trying out something else. I know I haven't done like a 24-hour ration in a while, and I think the next time I do a review, I'm going to try to dive back into a bit of a larger review, something that's 24 hours, maybe something I haven't done. I know in my collection I've still got some Croatian rations and Slovakian rations. And oddly enough, I don't think I've actually done a box German ration yet since I've been doing these reviews. But hopefully, when my next review comes around, it'll be something that's maybe a little bit newer and maybe a 24-hour ration, something that we can probably enjoy a little bit more out of. Anyway, everyone, thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a good one.